you guys are watching or listening to the Speakincoad podcast. This is code. I won't even tell you what that stands for because that might be why we're not monetized or we're getting shadow banned for the entire duration of this podcast. Seems like, but we got a show for you guys. We're definitely I'm gonna show Chente and TBD what this is all about. We're gonna kind of get into some numerology stuff, and then touch base with them and see how it goes.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweigh the dangers which are cited to justify it. There is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. I am not asking your newspapers to support, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. To the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
Introducing first, in the dark purple corner, we have the reigning, defending world podcasting champion, Teddy Bear Dynamite.
Oh, it's good to be champ. It's good to be champ.
You gotta put that title on the line.
One day. I haven't found a worthy contender.
Well, here's one coming for you. We got Chente coming to the stage.
Damn.
What's good, y'all?
I had to save those. It took me so long to figure out how to do it, but we did it. We're here.
We made it.
Oh man, sorry for the delay. I had you in the back. We're like, come on out. And we're like, wait. It's not your turn. We're like, pulled our truth on you. Like, you're in the wrong rumble. Yeah.
Hey, I would have loved to be in the women's rumble this year.
Yeah. Is that teddy bear in a ring right now?
He's like in a locker room preparing to fight. If you could
okay.
See all of it. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, he's in a
My
cage.
collection of Teddy shirts is growing.
Nice. We got some custom ones coming your way. Might have to do a little store, like a little gift shop on a website. Sell some TBD merch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just jump right into it. We'll get into the what's in your cup.
Okay.
What you guys been up to? I feel like it's been so long.
Has it?
Yes.
But beginning of January was the last one?
Yeah.
Right before the Rumble?
And we're almost at the end of February.
Life's been kicking us in the gonads, fellas.
Yeah, really.
Yes, it has.
I've been doing a lot of research on this topic, not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Okay.
Yeah. No, I started getting it already, and then it just when I shut down the podcast stuff, like I had it all set up ready to
You
go.
guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you now.
sir. I can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Sorry if you hear a dog scraping across the floor.
I'll have to introduce him again when he comes back.
Oh, you mentioned what's in my cup? Well, I have a bottle today.
Ooh,
Black cherry soda.
nice. Hanks.
Thanks. Yes. You know,
I
he
got
sells
some.
the propane and propane accessories.
I got some Healthy Aid kombucha.
Okay.
It's okay. It tastes like you know what it kind of reminds me of? Like a cider, like those cider
Okay.
beer things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
It's got to do it every time he comes away and comes back.
Yo. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. You drinking on some gin, or did you finish it all already?
No, I have just lemonade today.
Oh,
Look at me.
Lemonade.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what go good with that lemonade?
chicken.
Gin.
The Warhead lemonade soda.
Oh shit. Don't make it super sour, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you just, add a dash or two of vodka in there
Ooh.
Or that.
and run it through a slushing machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a drink for you, TBD. I've been waiting for you to come over so we can make it. But it's 50% root beer and 50% bourbon and cream, and it makes a tipsy root beer float.
a tipsy root beer float.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't drink alcohol, that's totally fine. Doesn't even have to be alcohol. You just do root beer and half, and you're almost there.
Root beer.
Yeah, yeah. You get the you're lactose intolerant. You still get the squirts.
Great.
Yeah. But so for this episode, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about numerology and the importance of the
Okay.
369 method that Tesla has.
Damn,
You ever heard of that? Every time I tell somebody that, they do the exact same thing. They do the same song. Chante did it. I told somebody else the other day, they did it too. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, all right, fine. You can have that. You can have it. No, so let me see if I can pull it up. Jeez, no, not the calendar. All right.
The Mayan calendar?
No, I'm looking for a calculator, and of course, my stupid computer is like, you don't use your calculator enough to have it as your main prop. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I don't know why my computer talks like that. And from start, it was pin to taskbar. Yeah, I'll pin it to taskbar, whatever. All right, so it doesn't matter. So I mentioned the whole one thing where it was like 369. Anytime you multiply 3, 6, or 9 to something, you could break the numbers down into 3, 6, or 9, like the total numbers. So, for example, let me see if I could show you.
Is that because 3 is a prime number?
That might be. And 6 is 2, and so is 9, maybe.
Yeah, because they're both multiples of 3.
You're super smart. I never knew that. Somebody else, I think my sister mentioned that to me, and I was like, damn it, I hope that's not true. But like, where did that share screen? So you see this? Okay, I don't know why that's not. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
All right.
The
So
standard calculator.
so if you do, let's just say like 3 times, I'll do, I don't know, pick a number. It doesn't matter how big or small.
22.
22. So then you got 66. 6 and 6 is 12, and then 1 and 3 is 9. I mean, 1 and 2 is 3. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you see what I'm talking
I was
about
like,
now?
where did you... Yeah,
Yeah.
you
So
threw me off.
So 6
But I
and
got you.
6 would equal 12. Like if you add, so what you would do is you would add those together. So then that would
Yes.
be 12, and then you get the 1 and the 3, or the 2, and that would equal 3. So
Gotcha.
you could do that with any 3, 6, or 9. Doesn't matter how big the number is. It drops it down to it ends up
Back to 3.
equaling 3, 6, or 9. Yeah. So like say for example, pick 3, 6, or 9 again, and then do we'll do 6, and then times, let's say like 1, 2, 3,
59.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. See how it's a bigger number? So I'll do this real fast for you. So you got through 7.
Man, I don't see nothing, dog.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Oh, are you kidding?
All I see is the calculator. There you go.
You see it now, right?
I see, 7,040,000.
Okay,
7,000.
so I needed to click on it every time. So for example, you said 3 times something, right? What was the first one? 3 times 22. So that was 66. Let's see if you see that now. Okay, do you see that now?
Yes,
66. And then 6 plus 6 would equal,
it's 12.
and then you would do 1 plus 2 equals 3. That's how you get from the 12. That makes sense?
Okay,
So then
that makes
from
sense now.
what did I do? 1 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you got 740, 740, and then 734. Okay. So then you would do the 4 and the 3 would make a 7 over at the far right. So I'm starting at the far right. You could start far left, far right. It doesn't really matter. So the
Okay,
7 and or the 3 and the 4 make a 7, and then those two sevens make a 1, 4, or it's a 14. So then that equals 5. Because you got 7 and 7 equals 14, and then you do 1 plus 4, that equals 5.
okay.
And then
Yes.
the middle one, you got 7 and 4, that's 11. So that's a 2. And then you got another 2 over here. So 2 and 2, you add those together and make a 4. And then you do that original 4 and that last 5, put that together, and that's 9.
Okay.
So it was like, I don't know if that was the importance for the what's it called? Like the Tesla numbers. Like, I don't know if his was the 369 and then you could have it towards and build it towards something. Like, I know he had like a bigger importance of it, but that was just kind of like a little, I don't know, corny segment that I was gonna try to show you. And then like somebody was showing us the other day, they were like, if you do 9 times any number, like so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you do 9 times a number, whatever it equals, you add those two numbers up and it equals 9 again. That's how you know you did
Ah.
9s correctly. And I'm like, where was this math when I was a kid? Like, what in the world? So pick a number.
29.
29. So, oh, come on, I didn't want to make it that big. Okay. So 29. So 2 and 6 is 8, and then 1 is 9.
9.
And then you could do that with all of them. But like, what's easier is like the 9 times 1 is 9. Oh my goodness. And then the 9 times 8, 72. 7 and 2 is 9. Does that make sense? So you
Yeah.
could like, that might be an easy way for you to teach like family, friends, or niece and nephew, or whatever you want to do. Like if you wanted to help them with math, the 9s are the easiest because then you just add those two together to make sure that's correct.
Okay.
Okay. So, but I'm done with that one. I'm not showing that anymore. Okay. So then,
He has a book.
who does? Tesla?
Yeah, well, the 369 Manifestation Notebook. Nikola Tesla's Key to the Universe.
Yeah. So he has like a lot more information based on that. Excuse me. This is just kind of dumbed down version. Not even dumbed down, but just like elementary level
Okay.
level to the 369. So like, I don't know.
Damn you fine.
Yeah. Maybe that should be the name of the episode. Numerology life paths into the 369. Damn, you'll find. We'll have to shorten it up. I'll figure it out. I won't add the other stuff. All right. So the next segment I wanted to get into, you guys ready for should we do a deep dive or find out our life paths?
Life path. And then deep dive into that shit.
Life paths.
Yeah.
Okay. So how this works, TPD, you got to find your life path first. You got to find your life path number and figure out what
Okay.
that is before you try to figure out what numbers best help you in your life. And you have to also know your your
damn roll.
your Chinese zodiac sign or your Vietnamese zodiac sign, which is the same thing, but
Okay.
instead of the rabbit, which is in the Chinese zodiac, they usually go with the Vietnamese zodiac sign because the word in Chinese for rabbit in Vietnamese
Yes.
it sounds like cat. So in the Vietnamese, it's all the same except for the rabbit is a cat. So that's pretty much the only difference. So we'll try to figure this out, and then we'll do we'll do life path and zodiac signs,
Okay.
and then I'll break into the numerology and stuff too, in a second. Okay, so let me see here. So life path calculator. So what you do is you get your birthday.
Okay.
Okay.
Month, day, year.
Yep. So let's say, for example, and I'm just doing this as kind of like a entry level to numerology and life path and zodiac type sign. Now,
Hmm.
whether you want to believe all this or not, that's totally up to you. Whether how in depth you want to go with this kind of stuff is totally up to you too. You know, like I'm not going to push anybody to make a decision. Oh, this is the way that. No, look, I'm I'm almost doing the podcast as if I believe in it 100%, just so you guys kind of have an idea of how to find it and how to look for it and what to look for, or what to put in for your own answers to find out which life path you are, or
Okay.
numerology in general. So I'm not even saying that I believe in this 100% or anything like that. It's a cool system and a cool process. And this is like the matrix type of stuff, trying to figure out the matrix for yourself. So whether you
Okay.
want to jump on it and run with it and stuff the whole time, totally fine. Okay, so what you could do is seventh life path. Okay, life path calculator. Okay, so to figure it out too, and all right. So for example, my birthday is February 10th. So you would do day, month, year. So mine's
Day,
February.
month, year. Okay.
Yeah, and I was born in '87. So then what I would do is the 8 and 7 is 15. The 1 and 9 is 10. You would cross out the 0. Then you got the 2 is by itself, and same with the 1 because you're gonna put 0 2 or 1 0. The zeros all cross out. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So so then you got the 1 and 5 at the end, which was the 8 and the 7 that made the 15. That's a 6. Then you got the 10 or the 1 and 9 that equaled 10. That 0 crosses out. That 1 plus 6, that's now 7. You get 2 and 2, or I'm sorry, 2 and 1, that's 3. 3 and 7, that's a 10 life path, but you cross out the 0, so I'm technically a 1 life path. So
Okay.
I'll double check it here just in case. So 1, 10. Ooh, not in the 70s. And then reveal life path. That should be a 1. So, and then you could kind of figure out what each life path is, what number and stuff like that too.
Okay.
So then we'll do. You want to go first, Chente, or you want to go first, TBD?
Let's see Chinte's.
All right,
He's a man of mystery. Let's see where his life path takes him.
all
No,
right,
I see.
and I can, if you want, I can put in your birthdays if you don't want your birthdays being on here.
Yeah, man, blur my shit out.
Okay, so
No, it's cool. I don't give a fuck. It's all right. It's all right.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're what, 89?
And yeah,
Okay.
January.
Yeah, 10.
Yes, sir.
So then you got the 8 and the 9, that's 17, right? Then you got the 1 and 9, that's a 10. The 1 and 7 become an 8. Add that 1, you got 9. That's just for the year. You're a 9 for the year. Then you got 1 and 1, that's 2. So you got 10, that's 11. So you're a 2 life path. because you got the 1 and the 2 together.
A 2.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, you're an 11. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. See how there's like it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or I'm sorry, it goes. Here's the life paths. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 22, and 33. 11, a 22, and a 33 are like they're called. I think they're called master numbers. So that means you owned a lot of slaves. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Horrible.
Hey,
So horrible.
he did, not me. No, I'm kidding. So that's very interesting because before, I think when I was talking to you before, we were trying to figure it out as a 2, and you're like, I could see that, but let's see. So you're a 22, or I mean, sorry, you're an 11. Okay, so an 11. All right, and then TBD, and then we'll look up each one of these after if that works for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
works.
TBD, you are 10, 18, 86.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got the 8 and 6. There's 14, which is 5. 1, that's a 6. 1 and 8 is a 9. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 and 6 is 7. So I think you're a 7 like that. I could have just I just want the reason why I wanted to type it out or write it out first was just to double check, like to make sure I'm not an idiot with my math skills.
Gotcha.
6. Yeah, so you're a 7. And then what you could do from here is just like you could just go. I mean, it has your stuff there. So a 7, people born with a life path of 7 are eternal students of the universe. They are introspective individuals with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, and they enjoy looking into the inner workings of things. Someone with this life path is a true thinker who lets their mind lead the way. Pretty much from the moment of birth, they are able to skillfully combine the exacting side of their brain with their divine intuitive side to learn about, process, and make sense of life itself. So it's pretty interesting. You definitely are a uh, you definitely are a learner, and you're
Yeah.
always looking into things too.
I'm
Numerology.
curious.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say something.
No,
So it also
I'm curious, so I'm always looking into things.
Yeah. It says, is smart in a knowledgeable way, yet wise in a spiritual way, which makes total sense. People with this life path number enjoy gaining book smarts. You read a lot of books, but they are also more connected to their higher self than most and have great access to this inner wisdom. While they are spiritual creatures, though, life path people or 7 life path people don't tend to be the religious type. And this is where it's like,
It diverges.
yeah, I mean, like it can this all of this stuff isn't set in stone of a way that you should act or treat people or you are. It's just like a guiding, kind of like a weird guiding principle. Like if they're like, here's your
Yeah.
blueprint of how you are, and then you deviate from that plan, you make your own version of yourself no matter what. All of your
Yes.
decisions that you make in life, that's all due to either chance, your free will, or whatever. It doesn't have to do with any of this. But the idea of this, I just thought was kind of a cool concept. So that's why kind of we were going into it. And then
Yeah.
I really want to know about Chante's 11. Oh, this is what I thought was kind of funny too with the 7 life path TBD.
Uh-huh.
Similar to the Hermit in a tarot people born with a life path 7 often go it alone. They like the freedom of not having to explain themselves and enjoy the control and possibility of solitude. Their social circles tend to
Oh.
be a small one, made up of people with like minded interests. They may come across Where did I? They may come across the world as a bit awkward in groups or when meeting new people. Romantically, people with this life path may find it hard to connect on an emotional level with others. They love the part of getting to know someone, asking questions and exchanging answers, but often lack the interest or ability to build a heartfelt bond.
That hits two nail on the head. Kind of.
And I mean, like
Oh man.
that's the other thing too. It's like that's where I feel like these psychics and all these type of people. If you were sitting down with a psychic and they were like, what's your birthday? They can easily figure this out if they know this type of like numerology type of thing. So it's like they could
Yes.
be like, oh, you're this, and this, and you're like, oh my gosh, they know me so well, but they know the it's almost like a zodiac in a way. So the
Yes.
other thing too, it's like what people do is they'll link their Chinese zodiac with numerology and get an even more in-depth mold of their type of personality in a way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, and then I wanted to read the 11 one because that's very interesting. You don't really meet people, too many people, I guess, with master numbers. I think that's what they're called. Uh, People with an 11 life path are unbelievable, intuitive, and may even exhibit psychic abilities.
Oh damn!
Yeah, yo. Uh, their purpose is to use these gifts to better humanity, but it could take a long time before people born with this life path number to truly understand the power they possess. Ooh. Having any master number as a life path number can come with its own complications. In the case of life path number 7 or number 11, confidence and worry can plague those born with it. This can mean that people with an 11 life path struggle with trusting and sharpening their unique skills. But if they can overcome this, they will be able to channel their intuition and maximize their emotional awareness of the world around them. Those with a life path 11 can become incredibly spiritual, especially since these energies are coursing their veins every single day. They usually believe in a higher power, but that has more to do with assessing higher truths about life than following the dogma of organized religion.
Hmm.
Damn.
Chente. Someone with a life path 11 are beautiful souls, aw, which easily attracts others to them. The 11 life path does well in relationships because they are usually very attuned to their partner's emotions, anticipating what their significant other needs before they do. Sometimes he goes to the groceries or cuts grass before she even comes home.
Yeah.
Or takes the kids. Now, in order to fulfill their master number potential, they must not turn their backs on their special abilities or they will face inner turmoil. Having a life path 11, people must lean into their life purpose by harnessing their psychic skills. By doing so, they will reach incredible spiritual enlightenment. So,
I
I
gotta
hope,
unlock my psychic skills, dude.
yeah,
It
you
almost
knew,
sounds like you're the Avatar.
yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
All right. And then people born with a life path number 1 are a lifelong mission to exert their independence and step into their personal power. They carry a natural air of authority as a leader who likes to be the first to try something new. A strong desire for manifestation keeps them moving and improving. People with a numerology life path number 1 are born to act quickly and have no problem changing course and starting down a new path. A secret fear of failure makes them ultra driven in every endeavor, in every endeavor they pursue, and will often make them victorious. As soon as one finish line is reached, they are already running toward another. A feeling of isolation may follow people with this life path, but it's also what helps them make progress. Cooperating with other people in romantic relationships or teamwork settings can be difficult for number 1 people who prefer to go their own way. They don't identify much with others' pursuance and only feel free when they are unattached. A thriving love life is not usually one of their goals. Uh, Life path number 1 is numerology likes to move quickly, and this can come across as impatient or short sightedness to others. However, it's this trait that makes people with a one life path number the early birds who are the first to take advantage, new opportunities, and the first to reap the rewards. While other people are weighing their options and making long term plans, those with a life path number one are already in motion, confident they can make things up as they go along. That part just right there, I think, is kind of how I feel like we do with the episodes sometimes. Like if we just wing it,
Uh-huh.
like I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm personally cool with just winging it and just like kind of pulling stuff out and just seeing if it works. And I feel like it's been working.
I agree. It's been working.
So there's that one, and then your Chinese zodiac. Um, I mean, I just Google this stuff. What is your? So let's see,
Uh,
Chint TBD.
I am a tiger. You are a rabbit,
Cat.
and Chinte is a cat, and Chinte is a snake.
Yes, but I want to show you something. On
Slytherin.
Okay.
October 18th, it was the 291st day of the year, 1986, in the Gregorian calendar under the sign of Libra. Are you a Libra?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Um.
The
Oh wait.
scales of justice.
Yeah. I see. I'm gonna try to show screens as we go. Make it a little easier. Okay. If you were
So
born on this
Libra,
day, you're.
Aquarius, and Capricorn.
Oh, what am I doing?
Is that your sign, Chinte? Capricorn?
Yeah,
Are you really?
yeah.
Okay. Year of
End
the
of December,
Tiger was
beginning of
supposedly.
January. I remember small things.
The Dragon Year can be a booster for all of those. What? I think it's this. All right. I think the Chinese zodiac has more to it that makes more sense. Oh, come on.
Oh, we are all fire as well.
Yeah. So your fire started like I think your year, and
Uh
I
huh.
think it goes to like February 11th or 12th. So then it gets me, so I'm fire too. For for
Okay.
for our year. Chente is not fire. Um.
Damn.
So you are a
Oh yeah, he is Earth.
yeah, you're a fire
Earth.
type. Chinese.
Earth.
I thought you were like an ox.
Who?
Chente.
Nah, man.
Were you?
Excuse me. No, no, he's a snake. 89 is year.
Where do you see that?
I googled. It has like a whole list of years in the
So
zodiac.
I know he's 89, but he's a part of the prior year. So January 10th, 1989, your Chinese zodiac is dragon. Is that right?
Hell yeah, it's right.
Is that what you thought you were?
I mean, according to the menus, yeah.
Oh no.
So it's not only the year, but where you were born in that year that
Yes.
changes your. Okay.
Yeah. So sits between 2020, December 22nd and January 19th. Your zodiac animal is the dragon, represented by the yang earth element. Um, and then it just shows like your lucky numbers are 1, 6, and 7, while 3 and 9 and 8 are considered unfortunate numbers. So like I'm a 1 life path and TBD is a 7 life path, right?
Yes.
So, well, we beefing or what?
No, no, no. So are the lucky numbers related to this zodiac are animal are 1, 6, and 7. So if you look at it like our life paths might benefit being a part of this podcast together.
Yeah, we're
Ah,
not
And then
beefing.
and 3, 9, and 8 are considered unfortunate numbers. The lucky colors for the zodiac sign are golden, silver, and hoary. Ooh. While red, purple,
sorry.
black, and green are the ones to be avoided. Well, usually like blue.
How do you spell Hori?
Hoary. You don't see it?
Hoary. It's kind of small on my screen.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right. So that's kind of where we are with the zodiac stuff. Like you're a fire.
Oh, it's a grayish.
Oh.
Hori is a grayish color.
So with the Chinese zodiac, Chente is a dragon, and I think it's a. You said it's like an Earth dragon.
Earth.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Which could be the reasoning for the colors, because those are kind of like elements, the gold and silver, and then Hori is just gray, which is the weather. Another thing you can do too. I'll show you this real fast. So, for example, you are a TBD. What is yours again? You're a tiger.
I'm a tiger. But now
Okay.
that you say it depends on the year, I'm not sure if I'm still a tiger.
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
the time of year.
No, you're still a tiger. It would be like December to like February almost when
Oh,
it
okay.
changes. Okay, so what you could do is you could say like what state. So you do this. When was Ohio founded? 1803. And then you could put what Chinese zodiac was 1803. And
Why are we doing 1803?
because that was the year Ohio was founded. So
Oh, okay.
you could find states that were founded and then find out what you can find out what animal it was. So like I'm almost certain it was the pig. And then you look at what friends of the pig there are. And you can kind of like figure it out that way. So but I'll get rid of this. Chinese zodiac. So we found our zodiac signs. You figured all that stuff out. Numerology, you got that one. TBD, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find something else.
Find it.
Okay. All right. And what I did was I went through like the different life paths. So we'll just go
Okay.
through some of these. Okay. So here's the idea of numerology.
Okay.
So she's just breaking down what numerology is.
Okay.
Numerology is an ancient branch of esoteric wisdom similar to astrology, but instead of using the planets and the cosmos to tell us who we are, why we're here, and what we're doing, and the energy available to us, numerology uses the power of numbers. Numerology has existed for as long as numbers have existed. It's shown up in ancient societies and cultures all over the world, including ancient Sumeria, Japan, China, different regions of Europe. It's just as old as astrology, but for some reason, it has not hit the mainstream as hard as astrology has.
Okay. You guys ready for this one? Oh, it says he breaks down why McDonald's having a big M.
Having a what? Oh, a big M. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
McDonald's having a big M and them symbolizing the big M. I didn't think that was a big deal. Why would I? Or Marathon gas station or M&M's candy. I didn't think that was a big deal. Why would I? As I, started looking into numerology, I understood that M is 13, and that signifies homage to the 13 bloodline Illuminati families. It's all over the place. Go on your computers and put in all the movies that start with 13 Warriors, 13 Ghosts. It's like 30 of them. Then start looking at Ladder 49 or 6 Days, 7 Nights. It's a joke. I already mentioned the sports teams, the 76ers, 76, 13, 49ers. So it's all over if you look at it. And the system that's always in the court system, always in a religion, always in astrology, it's all the same. It's 12 plus 1. 12 jurors, 1 judge, legally, religious. Jesus, 12 apostles. Astrology, sun, 12 signs. Come on, it's everywhere. What do you think? This is a coincidence? They have enough up here to understand this is not a coincidence. That tells you people who know a lot more than you, if you mind be honest with yourself, are actually using this stuff. Start asking yourself why, start getting curious, and then things might start coming together for you.
Interesting, right?
Damn.
So
Mhm.
I got a few more of these. I just figured these ones would be a little easier to go through. Okay. And this guy, he's talking about why you think Andrew Tate calls himself Top G. He kind of breaks it down a little bit.
Why do you think he calls himself Top G?
I don't know. That's a good question. Why? Because top G, top gangster.
Yeah, Top Gangster. No, that's not why. Because remember, the Masons use that 33 as well, right?
Yeah.
And they also use that big G, correct?
Yeah.
So, okay, so 1 through 26, A equals 1, B equals 2, simple gematria and letterology, and Z equals 26. But then if you do capital letters, capital A equals 26, 27, and capital G equals 33.
Yo, what?
TBD's
Wait, so
like,
how come
what
the capitals? How come the
change?
capitals have a different value?
I don't know. And then here's another thing. I don't know why you have this. I just thought it would be interesting to show.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this one was Dallas scores 49 points with 49 days left in the year. 49 days left in the year is November 12th, which is you got 49 days left. Dallas, if you put it in gematria, it equals 49. So
Okay.
this see how but see how this is a 4 and that's still uppercase. They didn't change anything like that. Now gematria is more biblical. Gematria, they would put words in, and we could do a podcast on this another time. Like I feel like gematria and numerology are such different things that they could be its own their own podcast. I would
Okay.
definitely have to have somebody else on explaining gematria a little bit more. I mean, there's gematria calendars, there's discords for gematria, there's discords for numerology and GG33 and Gary the numbers guy. That's who the guy is. That's GG33.
Okay.
This was interesting. They asked Gary. They said, what kind of got you into numerology? And he starts telling them about 9/11 and like all of the stuff about the matrix and numerology and 9/11. So I'll play that
Okay.
one.
9/11. Wait a second. Flight 11 hit the World Trade Center that looks like an 11 side by side. They both have 110 stories. New York, the 11th state in the Union. New York City, 11 letters. And I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? Is this a coincidence? But see, I know history. When did the Great War end? On 11/11 at exactly 11 o'clock. At that point, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I see smoke.
He has a bigger and better breakdown on with the Jumpers Jump podcast because there was a lot more 11s that were involved. It was like, where did the plane go down in Pennsylvania? The plane went down in Pennsylvania and it started with an S. But that one had 11 letters. Then Pentagon, or it was the Pentagon, had 11 letters. There was a lot more. It was pretty interesting. I like that one. So this one is for the number of Rona cases. And they just, what they do is they'll show you numbers and they'll constantly show that same number. So here we go with that.
It never ends. Listen.
And as COVID cases are on the rise here in LA County, the
And
Public
gesture.
Health Department reported 333 cases per day last week. They're also reporting
333 cases per day. Ay. Nice hand gesture, lady.
So that one, it wasn't so much that one. It was if you looked on the news at the time, it was like, oh, we've had 33 new cases, 33 new cases, 33 new cases, 33 new cases. Every single time that the news came out with something, it was 33 new cases. It was like, it didn't matter where. In Houston, Texas, we have 33 new cases. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we have 33 new cases. And it was like every single time, it was like, it would be like you had, let's just say, for example, you had 400 cases. But the next day, they would be like, we have 33 new cases. And you're like, why do they keep putting the 33 out there? Now, granted, it's just a number. That's what I think. I just think it's a number. But the symbol, there could be potential symbolism behind those numbers.
Gotcha.
And like they could be like, it could have easily been, we have 666 new cases, or we have 6 new cases, or 66 new cases. So it just depends, you know. So it's like I was talking with somebody about this the other day, and they were like, the number, that specific number, like 33, really resonates with me because it showed up a lot when they were going through hard times, you know, and when that would show up, it almost seemed like it made it better. Now, depending on what type of life path you are or what kind of zodiac you are, that number might be very positive for them. Whether it's 3, their number might be 6, which is 3 and 3 is 6. It might be 9, which is 3 times 3 is 9. So it might be that Tesla number that's also their zodiac sign and their life path number that constantly pops up.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense? You're like, no.
I do have a question. So what exactly is the Tesla number?
The Tesla number is a 369.
Oh, duh. We said it at the beginning. I forgot that fast. I forgot that.
All right. And I just have a few more of these, and we could start wrapping it up. I just wanted to show you guys some of these videos.
Don't be a fool. Wrap your tune.
Oh boy. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. And then he talks about English being secretly coded.
Where does English come from? No matter where they tell you it came from, they're lying to you. So don't worry about the speculation. When it comes down to it, you have to understand language itself is coded. So for instance, male, the first vowel in male is A. A is the first letter, just like aggressive, just like athlete. A lot of people who have male energies tends to be aggressive, argumentative, and athletes. A is the first letter. So why vowels? Vowels are more important. Why? That would have to go into secrets I am not revealing.
Well, that's where he charges me.
That's where I charge everybody.
You're saying spelling is spellcasters. Does that mean there are words people shouldn't be saying?
Yes.
Because they can cast bad spells?
Correct.
So how do people know which words not to say?
The ones that are spread through the media all the time. The ones the media likes to make famous.
Like diversity?
Doesn't have the word die inside of it. All I can tell you is when you look at certain words like alien, you have lie. You have to look at certain things that are hidden messages in plain sight.
That's it.
Yo, who was this dude?
That was GG33.
GG33.
He's been on a tinfoil hat. He broke down a ton of numerology on tinfoil hat, which was
He's
like,
not Esoteric Eddie though, yeah?
no,
different guy?
Yeah, no, that's not Esoteric Eddie. Esoteric Eddie's like, that dude's cool too. I haven't listened to him in a long time. I remember you put me on him. So here, this is just what he talked about with the spell casting, right? When you say something about yourself, even if you're joking or self-deprecating, like it could be like, "Oh man, I'm getting fat," or it could be, "Oh, man, sorry, I'll bleep that out." It could be like, "Man, I feel I'm lazy. I'm a lazy person," or I'm a piece of shit," or I don't know. I don't really like to. I like to. It doesn't matter what it is. If you talk negatively about yourself, even if you're in a joking manner, your body doesn't know that you're joking. So you're almost in a way manifesting or casting a spell onto yourself. If you want to become a better person, you need to say, want to become a better person. I want to work on these things. I want to hear better. I want to read better. I want to listen better. I want to be a better speaker. Whatever those things are that you want to do with your personal life, you need to speak those into existence. And I personally think that when you speak things like that, that's the equivalent of a prayer. When you pray to God and you ask, hey, I want to become a better reader. I want to be able to comprehend things better when I read. I want to become a better speaker. I want to become a better listener in my relationships. Those things to God will be answered to you because those are positive things that you're asking for that are going to make you a better human being. So it's not, hey, I want to win the lottery. Can I win the lottery? Please, like, God, please give me the winning lottery tickets. That's or the lottery
Yeah.
numbers. That's not how that works. God isn't going to put those things um in your possession or give those things to you because it might be one of those things where if he did give you those winning numbers, would you
Yeah.
become a better person or would you just spend it all and not look to him and thank him? Does that make sense? So
That
for
makes sense.
me personally, and I don't whatever this podcast becomes,
Yeah.
it's because of your guys' help and whatever God wants. You know, if this turns into a religious podcast, I mean, oh well, I don't know. It doesn't have to be, but every time we go into those type of discussions, I feel like we got a lot of people listening in. I feel like we could be touching a lot of people. I feel like it could be a positive thing, or in all of this type of stuff that we do a podcast about could always
Mhm.
tie into spirituality, interdimensional, whatever, you know. So I don't want to be the one that turns away from or acts a certain way and be like, hey, this isn't what I want to do because of if those things that we talk about just come sporadically, like it just happens, it just unfolds and it unrolls and unravels and anything that we talk about in the podcast just kind of goes its own direction. Once we start those
Yeah.
conversations and the conversations build and get better and better and better, I feel like that's just something that can pull kind of like if I started bringing up a topic and you started asking questions on that topic, it's still free will, but it kind of turns towards that direction. I feel like
Okay.
that's how the podcast is most of the time. We kind of start the podcast one way and then it could go a totally different direction based on the questions that you guys have, the stuff that you guys throw out there. And I feel like that can easily make the podcast way better in in my opinion. So I feel like it kind of gives it like that. It's almost like the free will podcast in a way. Like we start this thing and then just wherever the direction or wherever the conversation goes, it all depends based on what you guys are talking about or what you guys are showing or whatever you guys are explaining and stuff too. So,
Yeah.
but that's my little
It
piece
becomes
there.
its own creation.
Yes, but that's one of the things that I've personally prayed for. It's like if I ask, for example, you want to have a desire for something. Say, for example, if you wanted to start reading the Bible or you were questioning a lot of things, whatever it is. If you're questioning a bunch of stuff that you're not sure about, it could be politics, it could be freaking video games, it could be you want to start reading more, it could be anything. As soon as you start questioning those things, you can easily ask for a desire for something. You know, like if you have,
Mhm.
like, I'm trying how I would even explain it. Like, for example, I'll throw me out there. I don't care. I have no idea what I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't know what my dream job was. I don't know what my goals were. I have no idea. But as soon as I said, "Hey, take the reins. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I need to do. I don't know what I want to do. Can you help to put that desire and show me what I need to do?" Certain
Okay.
things were slowly either coming into my life, people were coming into my life, people were coming out of my life, going out of my life, like, just it was showing me and pointing me into a different direction that I wasn't even sure about, and I wasn't even I wasn't certain about. So, but as soon as I started asking for a desire for certain things, like, for example, I'd never read the Bible before, and I don't like reading. I'm not a reader at all. I prayed for those type of desire, "Hey, I wanna learn how to read better. I want to be able to read and comprehend better." And it's like as soon as I started doing that, it started putting that desire in my heart, in my chest, in my head, whatever you want to say it is. It started putting that desire in me where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do want to do this. It's like, or
Okay.
you get an audiobook instead or an app instead of reading. You can listen to it and you're like, okay, well, it's kind of similar, but because I'm hearing it, I'm able to comprehend it better than when I was reading it. When I'm reading something,
Okay.
I can't really comprehend what it is. Excuse me. I don't know if it's like dyslexia a little bit or whatever the case. And I don't want to also put those types of things on me either. If I'm like, oh, well, I'm dyslexic. I've never been diagnosed with dyslexia. I've never even gotten tested to see if I have dyslexia. But to say that you have dyslexia could be something that you're putting a spell on to yourself with. Saying you have asthma, saying you have pain, saying you're always sad or you're always bummed or you're out of shape or you're freaking always I'm always hungry or like it could be anything. It doesn't have to be even those situations, but like there could be times where you get done eating and you're like, oh man, I'm still freaking hungry. Like, or I'm so hungry, or I want this, I want that, and like then you start putting those out there and you're like you're craving certain things that you don't want, so
Okay, makes sense.
sorry, that's my little we went to church. I'm sorry.
No, man, that was good. That was good.
So, I mean, like it could be anything, man. Like if there's certain things that you guys don't want to do in your life, like I'll tell you right now, man, I was addicted to porn for a minute. And like there was things where I'm like, I don't want the desire. Can you make it so this I don't even look for this or I don't even yeah, I see it and I turn away from it. Like I don't need to see this. I don't want to see this. And it could kind of drive you into a different thing. The other thing too is like yeah, like asking for a wife or something, or like I feel like I'm thirsty or something. Like I don't want to be parched and be like, oh man, I need a girlfriend. Like I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need anybody. But it would be nice to have somebody to be able to hang out with and kick it with, and it's like if those people come into your life, maybe they could be friends and then it could kind of transpire into something bigger and better, or maybe just friends. It's like that happens too. Like me
Yeah.
and TBD aren't trying to get married, but could have happened. No. So I'll show you a few more videos and then we'll roll it up if that's cool with you guys.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So that had nothing to do with numerology, but it was close. All right. I gotta take a quick commercial break if you guys are okay with that.
If the conspiracy world had a pharmaceutical budget for like CNN spots, it would be for colloidal silver.
Yeah. We should be sponsored.
And listen, if you take too much colloidal silver, you can turn blue and die.
Yeah.
Like those cultists that worshipped Robin Williams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was weird.
But I was looking up colloidal silver and how kind of magical it is. Did you know the Greeks silver's been used for medicinal purposes for millennia.
Dude.
They used to keep all of their water and wine in silver so that it would stay clean. People have been throwing silver coins in vats of stuff for forever.
Yeah, you throw it in your water, it like cleans it up. Yeah.
It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, that's called mysticism. And that is what has been stolen from us.
Sure.
Because these parasitic elites have all the knowledge and they've kept it from us. All this stuff. It's like when you laugh at me about the bells, there's real stuff that these old organs in these giant buildings, these cathedrals, people go there not to church to worship, but to be healed. You could do it with tuning forks. I'm just telling y'all.
So I got 9 more videos. They're really quick, I promise. And then
okay,
I'll show you guys a operation, like a project in operation. And then maybe we could do a couple conspiracy trivia questions. And then be done, I promise. Chante's like, bro, I gotta put these kids to bed.
I'm looking at the life path stuff still.
Oh, okay. It's interesting, right?
Yeah, man.
All right. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
If you write black on a piece of paper, B equals 2, L equals 12, and you go all the way down, it adds up to 11. If you write white, it adds up to 11. That's why you always have that white-black checkered board with the Freemasons, because it's actually not black and white. It's 11 and 11.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Oh, okay. Here's what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about like what state to live in. Depending on your Chinese zodiac.
Okay.
All right. So here's this one. And different states are going to definitely have different founding years, right?
Yes.
So he explains the founding year, what animal, like what zodiac sign that state would actually be, and then what its
Okay.
enemy year is too.
These are the states you should live in by your sign. Texas and Florida, both founded 1845, both founded in a snake year. If you're born in a snake year, if you're born in an ox year, if you're born in a rooster year, based off astrology and numerology, this is the best location for you in the United States of America. Next, New York. New York was founded in a rat year, 1888. So if you're born in a rat year, in a dragon year, born in a monkey year, this is a good location based off numerology and astrology for you.
I'm not going to New York, man.
No, me either. There's other ones too. Okay, and then let's see, find this. So this one girl, she explains like the different life paths, like kind of what you are. So like a life path, one is a leader. Strengths are independent, ambitious, pioneering. Challenges can be arrogant, stubborn, and overly assertive. TBD, you were a 7, right? 7 life path.
Yeah, he was.
You are the seeker. Strengths, analytical, intuitive, spiritual. Challenges, tendency to be reserved, may struggle with practical matters, can be aloof. And then 11, you're intuitive. The strengths are highly intuitive, visionary, revolutionary.
Yo. You know the rest.
Freaking Rollins. I don't remember the rest. But what is it? He's a revolutionary.
No, that was about it.
He's a visionary, revolutionary. That's all he is. He's just 2 things.
And
I mean, those are 2 big things, dog.
He used to be an architect. I don't know about it anymore.
He's also a drip god.
He dresses like a girl.
Hey, listen, he's the new macho man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get my beard like his. See how I did the fade? Did it myself.
Nice, man. That's a good line, dog.
It's all blonde though. Yeah. I got all freaking razor, bro. And then your challenges are so you're the intuitive. You're highly intuitive, you're visionary and spiritual. Your challenges are may struggle with self-doubt, can be emotionally sensitive, and may feel overwhelmed. That's what Chante's is, because he's an 11. And then okay. I'll play this video. She kind of breaks down what your life path is. Or what life paths are.
Life path number is your most important number in numerology, and this is based on your birthday. So it never changes. This is who you are. This is the road you're traveling. This is your strengths, your weaknesses, your challenges. It's your life path. If you want to dive deeper into that, check out my signature course, Numerology 101 at Kaerhart.com.
And then I followed her on Instagram or Twitter or X, whatever it's called now. But she hasn't posted anything on X since like 2021. So I think her main way of following her is on Instagram and possibly YouTube as well.
Okay.
Right.
She said, "I swear this is the biggest question, one of the biggest questions I get as a numerologist. Why do we reduce numbers to single digits in numerology?" And she just kind of breaks that down.
Nice. And can you send that to me?
Yeah, I'll send you all these. And I'll put these 2 people. I'll put their Instagram page in like the body of the email, body of the
show notes.
Podcast description. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Numerology deals with single digits 1 through 9, and that's because everything is reduced to single digits because that is the purest form of energy, right? Numbers are energy, their frequency, their vibration.
Well, I guess that was it.
Well, fuck. You don't need to send that to me anymore.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Quick and to the point.
Okay. And then this one here is, do you have a master number in your cosmic code? Okay, so Chente, this is for you. You're a master number. There's 3 of them.
Master.
It's 11, 22, or 33. And 11 is the psychic, 22 is the master builder, and 33 is the master healer.
All right.
I'll show you this.
Woo! Numerology. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Come on, party people. Woohoo!
I love it.
We have something that's called master numbers in numerology. When you hear master numbers, just think master teachers. These are higher vibrational numbers. So numerology deals with numbers 1 through 9, single digit because it's the purest form of energy. But master numbers are 11, 22, 33. So master numbers represent higher vibrational numbers that we do not reduce to single digits. And they really come as teachers for humanity. And each represents an archetype, right? So the 11 is the psychic, that's the spiritual messenger. 22 is the master builder. They're here to create new foundations in our society. And then 33 represents Christ consciousness. And 33 is all about unconditional love. So that is what these numbers are teaching us.
So remember how I was talking about that on the last portion before I took my potty break, where the numbers, as much as we think of like 33 being a Freemason number, it could easily be 33 could be a very good number. 33 has been, I almost want to read it. Because I was talking to somebody, and I don't want to say who the person is. They know who they are, if they're listening. And I care about this person, and I don't want it to come off as this. I didn't want to bring it up before because I was like, I didn't want to say it wrong. Where if I repeated what they told me, it would have sounded stupid, you know. Like I wouldn't want to hurt their feelings with any of this stuff. But with the 33 thing, right? So Freemasons would say their 33 degree Freemason is like the highest form of Freemasonry, right? But if you were a good person and you created something that was for the good of the people, you know, and it was a good thing that people were doing and like being a part of and all this stuff. But then bad people started infiltrating the good things that you were doing. For example, I mean, you can even look at a church. You know, like church, you got people that are coming together to try to make things better for other people and also trying to have a better relationship with God. Now, there could be people that infiltrate it, and you got pedophilia in freaking the church, you know, or you got freaking people getting hurt or whatever the case. You know, it's like people taking advantage of money and all this other stuff. So those type of people can easily infiltrate something good, and then all of a sudden everybody thinks that it's bad because they connect those two parallels. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So so anyway, the person that I was talking to said 33 isn't a demonic number because 33 always comes up when it comes up with symbolism, when it comes up with Freemasonry, comes up with Illuminati, all these different things. So they were saying that 33 perhaps is the most holy number there is, even more so than 7. 33 is supposed to be the number of the promises of God, and I think it was I'm not sure. 33 is the number of manifestation, and God uses 33 to make covenants with his prophets in the Bible. The 33rd time Noah's name is mentioned in the Bible is when God promises Noah he will not destroy the world by flood again. The 33rd time Abraham is mentioned is when Isaac is born in the Bible. 33 is the age of Joseph when he married Mary, which I didn't know that I didn't know that they knew Joseph's age or Mary's age in the Bible. I thought they just knew that Jesus's age was 33 when he came back. And becomes the earthly custodian of Christ. 33 is the number of Christ consciousness due to the 33 chambers of the heart chakra, which represent the 33 major lessons a man must learn in his lifetime. And the person said, I always feel kind of weird when people say 33 is some sort of esoteric number to be feared of or something. We have 33 vertebrae. Water boils at 33 newtons. Christ was 33 when he was crucified and began his ministry. The Bible uses the number 33 numerous times. 33 is not only my favorite number, but it seems as if it was a positive omen in his life when he needed it the most, or needed God the most in his journey. So when some people feel that 33 or any number is a positive thing, and when people try to turn it into something bad, I totally understand that. That's especially when she was talking, the woman that we had on here just a second ago, she was talking about 33 being like Christ consciousness, and in understanding that a 33 life path is a thing. It's like, who knows if they turn any of that stuff to Freemasonry and try to like, what's it called, TBD, when you try to make something like perverted.
Okay.
When you try to pervert something, you make it way worse than what it actually is. So it's like,
Yes.
I don't know. That's what I think there. All right. Sorry, that was my little tangent. Feel free to tell me to shut up.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
You finally did it. You finally did it. She says, I perceive these tools as forming 1/3 of the puzzle, with an additional 1/3 attributed to free will, and the remaining 1/3 to karma energy. What are your thoughts? And this is the part that I kind of understood. Like, I like that how she breaks this portion down.
Tools are part of our makeup, but then there's also free will and karma.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like no one can tell you who the fuck you are. They can read charts, they can have glimpses of who you are, but at the end of the day, we're still making choices.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are turned off by these tools because they're being told or spoken to in a certain way where it's like they don't have a say.
Yeah.
And that's the exact opposite of what these things do.
Mm.
These tools should liberate you. They should make you feel so free and so empowered.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was getting at before, right? When we were talking about, like, doesn't matter, like, if you believe in this stuff, like, it kind of gives you an idea of like a kind of like a map. This is kind of who you are, or kind of like a blueprint. This is kind of who you are, and then
Okay.
the decisions that you make, the things that you do on your own, or the things that you do, the people that you touch, not in a bad way, but emotionally, or like just in being a part of their life and present in their life, you could easily be a dirtbag, and it could say you're lazy. It could say you're argumentative, and it could say all these things. But if you manifest those and say, this is me, and you make that dictate who you are, then yeah, that's who you're going to be. But if you go, I don't want to be argumentative, I want to be a great listener, I want to have good intuition, I want to be spiritual, I want to do this, I want to do that, and you kind of speak those into manifestation or prayer, I feel like those go hand in hand together. I feel like manifestation and prayer are so close, where if you ask for it, you will receive it, and if you don't ask for it, then you won't receive it. But if you kind of put energy towards that, and you put your time and effort towards something, then of course you're going to receive it if you keep working hard towards something. It doesn't have to be prayer, so to speak, but it could be writing down your goals or trying to reach those goals. Sorry, I feel like this is like a motivational type of podcast today. All right.
Hey, we could all use with a little motivation.
Yeah,
man.
So this one says a life path as star signs, part 1. Okay, so what she does with this one is she kind of breaks down what your life path is and what your normal zodiac sign would be. Not your Chinese zodiac, but like your normal like star one, or whatever it's called. So
Astrological.
yeah. So what she's doing is saying, like, say you're a 7 life path, she might say what your life path would be, like what the equivalence would be. So, like, for example, if you're a 1 life path, you might not be. What's your astrology one? Libra?
Yes, sir. I'm a Libra.
So I think what she's going to explain in this situation is that your life path and equivalent star sign that link with it. So if you're both of those, then it might make more sense for you. But if you're not, I mean, this is probably very rare to be a Libra and a 7 life path, you know, or if you're supposed to be something else compared to this one. But anyway, I'll pull that one up in a second. All right, I swear I got 3 more videos and I'm out of here. But we'll be done. All right.
Life path number relates to as close as possible to which star sign? We're going to start with Aries.
Aries are the first out the gate. They're the initiators. They're very much a life path 1. Life path 1 is all about new beginnings, very ambitious, very driven. Taurus, I would say Taurus is similar to a life path 8. They like the Lux life, manifesting the material realm. Taurus are really good at manifesting wealth. So I would definitely say Taurus is a life path 8. Gemini, definitely life path 3. Gemini represents communication, just like life path 3. Life path 3 is all about expressing themselves and being a communicator. Both Gemini and life path 3s are brilliant minded, really witty, really quick. Cancer, I would definitely say, is a life path 6. And that's because Cancers are all about home and family and love. The life path 6 is all about having this career that really fulfills them, but also being in the home and having a family is really important to them.
Leo, tell me about that alignment.
Leo is also reminiscent of a life path 3, and that's because life path 3 is actually nicknamed the sunshine number, and Leos, who are ruled by the sun, are all about shining bright and being the star of the show, and the 3 is definitely the star of the show. Virgo, I would say right off the bat, my mind goes to 6 because Virgos actually are really about nurturing. But I also would say they have a life path 5 quality about them too, because Virgos are actually known to be really adaptable. And that's the biggest strength of the 5.
Life path number relates to star sign.
Libra is hands down life path 2. They're both known in both systems as being the peacekeepers. They're all about balance and empathy. The life path 2 actually really does represent so many Libran traits.
Scorpio, what's the connection there?
Scorpio, I'd say life path 11. Path 11 is the most psychic, and also they walk this fine line between greatness and self-destruction that I tend to find happens a lot with my Scorpio friends. I say that with love. Sagittarius as a life path number would be a life path 7. Sagittariuses are known for seeking knowledge and they're very wise. The life path 7 is here to be a seeker of knowledge and to gather as much information as possible and kind of come to their own conclusions about life. Very similar, like philosopher archetypes.
And then a Capricorn.
Capricorn is definitely life path 4. Structured, methodical, knows how to go after what they want, very dependable. They're very, I'm going to get this done. Here's the vision. I'm going to build my empire. That's very much the 4.
Aquarius.
Aquarius, I would actually say, is life path 9. I know Aquariuses are known for being the rebels of the zodiac, but they're also the humanitarian as well. And that's really what the life path 9 is all about. They're all about groups and community and making the world a kinder place by devoting themselves to a cause.
And then lastly, Pisces.
Since they're known to be the oldest of the zodiac, I would say probably life path 33. Pisces are the most spiritual and they're really here to close the loop. Pisces is coming together and unity consciousness, and life path 33 is that. Life path 33 is learning unconditional love.
The reason why I wanted to touch on that was, or like wait to hear what their perspective of was you could be a life path and your zodiac sign can be completely off. Like, say for example, if you're a 33, but say your life path is Aquarius or something, or like Pisces or something different than what they're saying, then you're like, how? I mean, it's all luck. When you're born, it's all luck. It has nothing to do with, like, I don't know. It's so hard to like kind of go back and forth with it, you know, like you had no choice of when you were going to be born. Now, what GG33 says sometimes is that people born on certain days, I think, for example, like Prince Harry or Henry or whatever those dudes' names are, Princess Di induced her labor a day early to get him to be born on a specific day to make him a specific life path. So some people can, like, I mean, if you're rich or whatever, they can do that, you know, kind of thing to make it so they are born on certain days and stuff. And then this is my last one. Oh, this is the last one for this topic.
Okay.
For the deep dive. So life path 1 is the leader, life path 2 is the diplomat, life path 3 is the communicator, life path 4 is the builder, Life path 5 is the adventurer. Life path 6 is the nurturer. Life path 7 is the seeker. Life path 8 is the powerhouse. Life path 9 is the humanitarian. Life path 11 is the intuitive. Man, life path, did I say 11? That was 11. Life path 22 is the master builder, and life path 33 is the master teacher. Which, if you think about it, for Freemasons, the 33 is the highest degree you can be. So if they're considered the master teacher, maybe they pulled this from numerology. And then they use all the rest of the 33 stuff to kind of align with that. So like 32 degrees, if you're 32 degrees or below, you're freezing. You're a different state. You're a solid state. But then as soon as you become a 33 degree, you're now in a liquid form and you can form into anything, which could also be a bad thing too, where you could take the form of anything else, which is almost like a shapeshifter. But that's all. All right. So here's this video.
Your life path number is your most important number in numerology, and this is based on your birthday. So it never changes. This is who you are. This is the road you're traveling. This is your strengths, your weaknesses, your challenges. It's your life path.
Okay. And then it says calculating your life path. Start with your birth date, September 11th, 1994. Reduce the day, month, and year to 3 single digits by adding them together. So September would be 9, so that's 0 plus 9 is 9. 11 is 11. 1984 is 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4 equals 23. 2 and 3 is 5. And then now add the remaining single digit numbers together to get your life path. So you got 9 and 11 plus 5 is 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. So that's just kind of how she breaks it down. All right, so there's that. So that was our deep dive. I'll show you guys one project and operation, and I just want to give a shout out just to show you guys. Let's see. Follow him on X, Willie Schatz, Admiral Schatz. Look at me, I am the captain now. He's got different videos. He's got a lot of funny stuff. So like this girl, she's running up to see the horses, but it's an electric fence.
Baby, you're scaring the horses.
She Peter Pans.
She should have aimed some at the electric fence.
They got horses.
So she Peter Pans. And he has some like political stuff too. But I don't want to turn the podcast into political.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's. Oh, here we go.
A Scientologist walk into a bar. A Nazi.
All right, so here's a joke, and we'll leave this. This will be our Willie Schatz segment where I'll give you guys a taste of
Willie Schatz.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right.
A Nazi, a Satanist, a pedophile, and a Scientologist walk into a bar. What do?
What do they do?
Invent NASA.
The horrible story of NASA is that NASA was constructed with people from Operation Paperclip, which was Nazi scientists, like not just people that were working under Nazi Germany, but people actively practiced as Nazis. The Simon Wiesenthal Center, Google this, make sure it's true because I keep saying it. At one point in time, the Simon Wiesenthal Center, I believe, said that if Werner von Braun was alive today, they would prosecute him for crimes against humanity. Because people claimed that he had hung the 5 slowest Jews in front of his rocket factory in Berlin. That's how they would encourage people to work faster.
That was a buzzkill. At first, it was a joke, and then it wasn't a joke. Like, fact check, or fact stuff. And then if you guys want to follow our, I'll show you this one. Okay, so all right, we're gonna do a project and operation segment, and then I'll ask you guys a couple conspiracy questions, and then we'll be done. Is that all right with you?
Yes, it is.
All right, let's do this.
Name that conspiracy.
That the U.S. government has the ability to use weather as a military weapon. Operation Popeye was a classified weather modification program conducted by the U.S. military during the Vietnam War. The U.S. used cloud seeding to prolong the monsoon season in Vietnam in order to hinder enemy movements and destroy their supply routes. Operation Popeye was successful, but when it was released to the public in 1971, it caused a lot of outrage and controversy due to the fact that it had displaced countless innocent Vietnamese citizens. They actually talked about it briefly on CBS News.
Well, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds.
In the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War to wash out the Viet Cong.
And it doesn't stop there. In partnership with the CIA in 1968, Gordon MacDonald, a top presidential science advisor, wrote a chapter in a book called Unless Peace Comes, Scientific Forecast of New Weapons. His chapter is called How to Wreck the Environment. In it, he talks about how the weather can be altered to use as a weapon against our enemies. Processes such as cloud seeding, atmospheric heating, and the creation of artificial storms, floods, and droughts. Owning the Weather in 2025 is a document that was produced for the U.S. Air Force in 1996. You can literally buy a copy on Amazon, or you can read it online for free. It explores the possibility of controlling and manipulating the weather for military purposes. However, it's been criticized due to the fact that it could be a violation of international treaties such as EMOD from 1978, which you can read about in the Department of State archives. So while they've technically been restricted from using these technologies as a military weapon, there's nothing stopping them from using them here in the US, which they clearly are. More on that in my next video.
Crazy. So that was the project and operation segment that we'll start doing from now on. We'll just mention a little bit, put some little raindrops, little contrails, little chemtrails, a little sprinkle it on your cupcakes. Glitter is another conspiracy that's crazy.
Glitter?
Yeah, we'll have to look into that on the next one.
Okay.
On the next episode.
Glitter.
All right. So and then we'll do three questions. 3 trivia questions.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, that's not too much, right?
It's just enough. Not when you have the brain power of an 11. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So this one is a mythos. Who, and it's a multiple choice. Who did Britney Spears sell her haunted mansion to? A. Madonna, B. Paris Hilton, C. Brittany Murphy, or D. Katy Perry? Yeah, the answers again are A. Madonna. Oh, do you want the whole question again or just the answers?
Just the answers.
Okay. A. Madonna, B. Paris Hilton, C. Brittany Murphy, or D. Katy Perry?
Hey.
TBD, who you thinking? TBD.
I'm here.
Oh, I said, who are you thinking?
I want to say Katy Perry, but something's telling me to say Brittany Murphy.
You're right, Brittany Murphy.
Oh, that was a bitch dead.
Yeah. And a haunted mansion. She sold her haunted mansion to her, and then she died.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She is unalive.
That's not like I was sitting there thinking because I'm like, because I think we mentioned Katy Perry earlier, and so I wanted to say her, but for some reason Brittany Murphy just stuck out.
Okay. And then this one is schemes. It's so
I
blurry.
just leaned in because you leaned in.
I know. I'm sorry. Leonardo
No,
da
I just
Vinci.
wanted to mess with you.
Leonardo da Vinci and Niccolo Machiavelli plotted to steal what from the Pisans? A. The Mona Lisa. B. The Peacock Throne. C. The Philosopher's Stone. Or D. The Arno River. And this one's called this specific topic for this one is called schemes. So it's schemes, mythos, tech, aliens, and random, I think. All right. And then the answers again are the Mona Lisa, B. The Peacock Throne, C, the Philosopher's Stone, or D, Arno River?
I gotta go with the drag chicken, man.
Ooh,
Yeah, the majestic drag chicken has it for me too.
I would have too. It's the Arno River, D.
Oh,
They were gonna. How do you steal a river?
It might have been
hey,
a
man.
It
Groot
might have
stole the moon, so, you know.
Groot.
Yeah.
Groot.
No,
Yo,
Groot
Groot.
from Despicable Me.
Oh, Minions or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know these kid movies. All right, this one's gonna be kind of hard. I don't know how to read that.
And now I want to look up where the Arnold River leads to.
Oh,
Arno,
yeah. How do you spell it?
Arno. And then if you want, here's the let me see.
Oh, the QR code?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I don't think it's clear enough to scan.
Says the Arno River is a river in the Tuscany region of Italy. It is the most important river of the central Italy after its Tiber.
Probably great for shipping and exporting.
Okay, and this one is tech. This is the third and final question of our trivia day. Born December
Trivia
26th.
date.
Yeah, born December 26th, 2002. What did Clonade Corporation name the first human clone baby?
Oh, man.
A. Hannah, B. Eve, C. Morgan, or D. Lucy?
Hannah.
Oof. I'm going to go with Lucy.
I would have went with Lucy too, but it's Eve. Of
Yeah,
all
figure.
things, they named the
That
second
seemed too
created.
obvious.
Because, yeah,
I know, crazy,
it
right?
did seem too obvious.
So that's our trivia segment. Wow. And then
I'm 1-0. I mean 1-2.
yeah. So then here, if you guys want to follow us on X, you can follow us here. Right now we have 59. Or no, we follow 59 people. We have 40 followers. It's usually Sam Tripoli posting stuff about girls doing makeup and how it's witchcraft. Stuff grosses me out so much.
It is witchcraft.
So crazy, dude. They tell people like that's what the fallen angels did. They gave, you know how they were giving people tools, taught people how to dig ditches and like build roads and like the rivers, like where people could go like
Yeah.
on boats and like connect to different areas. They said that makeup, they gave women makeup and used it as witchcraft.
In a
Here's
way, cooking is a little bit witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
cooking,
Yeah.
maybe spirit cooking.
No, man, you putting dead
But
animals and leaves and shit, making them boil in a pot. That's what
Yeah,
witches do.
that's a witch thing. I've never cooked with leaves.
You don't
Well,
cook with
spinach,
spices,
oregano,
herbs.
parsley.
All right. I'm sorry. You're right. Okay. But like here, this was our last episode that we did with Kenny Thibodeau about the understanding of the dog man. And
Yeah.
then here's some like basic pyramid scheme stuff. Here's the picture we did.
Oh, his last name is Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Is he the owner of the Dimsdale Thibodeaus?
No, it's not
No,
Dimmadome.
no, it's with a TH.
I know.
You're so messed up.
But is oh yeah. Please
So
don't hate me, Kenny. It was a chance. I had to go for it.
here's some stuff that we did for our flat Earth episode, our black holes episode. Yeah, we got videos. We mostly just post the videos and stuff on here. But if there's anything that you guys want me to post, let me know. We got every single episode from Rumble and YouTube on here. So I don't know why there's no pictures.
Just hasn't loaded yet.
Yeah, maybe. But here's some cool ones that we did.
Are you gonna show the majestic drag chicken?
I'll have to find that one. I feel like I put too long of names. Schizophrenic fallen angels. Introduction to the Anunnaki. I think this is it. There we go. Oh,
The majestic drag.
I don't see any pictures.
Oh,
Maybe I
yeah,
didn't
I got to
picture.
go.
Yeah, no problem. And then can you stay on?
Yeah.
All right, cool. TBD, you got a thought for the day?
It's in here somewhere. Give me a minute. I tried to memorize it, but at this moment, no. My memory is failing me.
Oh man.
Am I still there? Can you guys still hear me and see me?
Yeah,
Or at
you're
least
just
hear me?
sideways. Oh, my neck hurts so bad. He might cut out though. Oh, you didn't have one ahead of time. I should have just showed you and you could have read it out loud.
Peter, Chintan.
What's up?
Oh, okay. Are you fellas ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Thought for the day. May your cup overflow with peace, love, and joy.
Nice. Cool. And then you want to sign out?
This is Theodore Dean Aminte saying have a good Aminte.
Chen Sizzle.
Hey, man, it's Chantizzle. I'm out. Master number 11.
Oh. All right, guys. That's the code. Conspiracy of a Dead Man. Stay safe, stay blessed, and keep on questioning.
Keep on questioning.
Sorry. Had to do it.